Hi, so welcome to our first guest series. So I have John Sun for Academy of Arts University here. He's also the founder of Made to Be. And today, John is going to share with us 5 mistakes that most fashion designers make when contacting manufacturers overseas. So take it away, John.
So hi, we're here talking about some common mistakes, and of course these aren't just limited to these 5. As a new business, as a startup, there's countless barriers that we encounter, but these are some 5 mistakes that we kind of frequently encounter, and hopefully we can avoid these mistakes. When you do find that factory overseas that will make your product and you're very happy with what they say they can make, certain things you should try to avoid or at least try to establish. One would be establishing clear expectations. When you don't do that and you're leaving it up to interpretation from the factory, you will not be happy with the end result. So based on that, find the factory you're happy with, establish clear expectations, lead times, minimum orders, quality you're supposed to expect. These are things that both sides should agree upon before a single dollar is exchanged. Number 2 is not understanding cultural norms. The way we do business in the United States is very different than how business is done in Asia, in South America, in Europe, in India, different parts of the world. So just knowing a little bit about the cultural nuances of those countries will take your process and make it a lot easier when doing business with these countries. Getting and sending information in writing. Leave a paper trail, especially when factories, if you're working with a factory for the first time, leave a paper trail. Send things by email, follow up with a phone call, send information, have a paper trail. Also, mistake is not managing the process frequently, which means once you've approved the sample or the prototype, you just sort of leave it up to them, especially when you're a small startup and you don't have the support staff that's in those countries to help you out with quality control. It's up to you to constantly contact the factory. Of course, you don't want to be annoying, but you want to be in contact with the factory and their point person to make sure that everything is processing and moving along according to the time frame that was agreed upon. And then also, one thing that I think most creative people don't want to get too involved with is the import and export rules and regulations. So when something is manufactured offshore, it's going to be shipped to the United States. So you don't have to be a shipping expert, but having knowledge of what FOB means, what LDP means, what duty rates are. Generally, who is a freight forwarder? What is a freight forwarder? These are things that you should understand. How to create a commercial invoice, how to create a packing list. These things will help you with your total cost of goods. So in addition to just your product being made, you have other expenses that will add to your cost of goods. If you're in the process of a startup business and you're manufacturing overseas, if you take these 5 steps into consideration, you will hopefully save some heartache and some money. So, establishing clear expectations with the manufacturer for lead times, minimums, quality. Understanding the cultural norms will take you far in negotiating and working with factories. Setting and sending information in writing, again, very important, have a paper trail. Managing the process. So you can't just leave it to the factory. You need to constantly follow up, and understanding importing rules and regulations, just so you have an understanding of the additional costs that will be involved with your product. So following these rules will save you some time and money.